This I wanna nail sports to the bone. Top blogger, top YouTube channel. No matter which sports, yeah, we got it covered. Subscribe and hit the notification bell.
A blessed day to you, all my sports to the bone people. Welcome back to another video. Thank you all for tuning in. All right, so a couple of things to look at in this one. Now we see where Darren Sammy, he has confirmed that the players who will not be taking part in the playoffs, talking about the IPL, they are going to be returning home to be a part of the series against South Africa. So we're going to take a look at that interview. Plus, we see where ICC, they are now scrambling to try and get their reserve dates together. Reserve dates for the semifinals in case it rains out or whatever, you know. So I'm going to give you some info on that. Give a listening ear until the end and let me know what you all think in the comment section. All right, so I was listening to Darren Sammy on the West Indies official Facebook page, and he was talking about the players who are now in the training camp and, you know, the fact that they are going to be joined by a few of the other players that are now over there in the IPL. You know, it's good. It's good to hear that, you know, they plan to bring the players in. So I have taken away a couple of points from what Sammy was saying that I will be sharing. And as per usual, I will give my opinion. So he was saying that, you know, they are there to practice, right? They are there to cover everything that they can, just to make sure that everybody is in the right mood. Everyone is heading in the right direction as they look to kick their World Cup preparations up another level, right? He was saying that, you know, in terms of the South Africa series, they definitely want to use that to get themselves ready for the World Cup. You know, saying that it's shortly before the World Cup, but at the end of the day, there are still things in the team that they are in the squad that they will want to fine tune. You know, the players who are not actively involved in competitive games in the IPL, this is an opportunity for them to come in and to get some games, some game time. You know, I was saying that they always knew that going into the World Cup, there would be players in the IPL doing their thing, and, you know, they wouldn't be available. But as I was saying earlier, the ones that their team, you know, if their team is not in the playoffs, then they are expected. Well, not even expected. Sammy confirmed that once the players would, if the teams are not in the playoffs, those players will have to return and be a part of the training camp that they have going on. And, you know, they will be expected to take part against South Africa. You know, and as we know, those 3 games will be played in Jamaica. So it's very interesting, my people. You know, he was saying that they have a good relationship going on with the franchise teams. So, you know, they are at an understanding that if the teams don't make it to the playoffs, then the players, they need to come home and come be a part of the World Cup preparation. You understand? Yeah, so that is what Sammy was saying, you know. He was saying that they are just there to try and gather momentum, make sure that everybody is on the same page, make sure that they cover all grounds before they really go into the World Cup. You know, he was saying that knowing that they would have prepared well is always something that they can have as, you know, to use as confidence. You know, he also alluded to the fact that since he took over as coach, that is something that they have always stressed on, to make sure that preparation, you know, every they do as much as they can in terms of preparation. Make sure that they don't leave any stone unturned. You know, when it comes on to preparation, you want to make sure that if you go out there and you get beaten because the team that you go up against, you know, or the teams that you go up against, they are totally better, and, you know, there are certain things that you just couldn't match them up with, but not because of a lack of preparation is basically what Darren Sammy is saying. So shout out to them. All right. Just before we go, my viewers and subscribers, I was looking at an article on Sportskeeda, and the headline is saying that ICC, they are in a dilemma to schedule reserve days for the semifinals. And not even only the semifinals and the finals amid tight schedule of 2024 T20 World Cup. So it says the International Cricket Council has been caught up in a difficult situation regarding the schedule of the 2024 T20 World Cup. They said the big ticket event is slated to take place from June 1st to 29 in the West Indies and the US of A. So it says the two semifinals of the T20 World Cup are slated to take place on June 26 and 27 in Trinidad and Guyana. Right, they say respectively. The final of the mega event will be played on June 29th in Barbados. However, if the reserve days come into existence, the team playing in the second semifinal will only have a 1-day turnaround time to feature in the final. They say, moreover, the teams winning in Guyana will also have to travel to Barbados, which is 900 kms apart. Although it will be a summer season in the Caribbean, you cannot predict the weather, as was seen in the recent IPL game. So they say the debate on the reserve days is certainly certainly worth taking a shot at, owing to the significance of the event. They said the ICC confirmed the reserve dates for the semifinals and the final in their March release. However, the Apex organization is yet to speak in public regarding the reserve days, which is vital for the participating teams to get proper rest ahead of the final. So that is something that they are working on, my viewers and subscribers, They have in quotation here, it was also confirmed during the meetings that ICC Men's T20 World Cup 2024 would have reserve days scheduled for the semifinals and final, right? But it is yet to really say how they are going to go about it, end quote. In past ICC events, there has been a 2-day gap between second semifinal and the final in 2023 World Cup. Right, they said the second final between South Africa and Australia took place on November 16, followed by the final on the 19th. So they are saying at least a 2-day gap would be needed to make sure that everything goes according to plan. In case they have to use that reserve day, the team that plays, the two teams that will play in the second semifinal, they want to know that they have enough time. So whoever win that second semifinal, they would be able to go on and get enough rest and move on to the final to make sure that it's a good showpiece. So very interesting, my people. We're going stay tuned to hear what ICC has to say about this. When it comes on to stuff like this, you want to make sure that you are getting everything right. As they said, you can't predict the weather. You don't know what's going to happen. So you want to make sure that if the reserve day comes into play, it's not a case where players have to move overnight and then the following day, not less than 24 hours, they have to go and play in a mega final. So we'll definitely pay attention to see what ICC will do or say about this. But go and leave it right to yourself and know, my people. Shout out to you all, and we touch base again soon.